menu narration option is set to off.
You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run the operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something to calm down from. I'm gonna pull up with the bond down.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Here's Desmond King on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Herbert, oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the rake. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own place.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
24-yard line.
Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 76 yards. And the Charger get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, here's Yelder. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Offense.
Unbelievable.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected, but I know this is
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Desmond King picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Chargers.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Thrown away, and
yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Man is caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That's the end of the
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for him, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Conversion.
Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because
and the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good. We're on
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, the Pro Bowler, in there to get him to the ground.
Brought down.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time. 3rd down here. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
First and
a big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon, and just like that, on we head to half number.
two. 26. Chargers 21.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
2nd and 9. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Sammy Watkins, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Edwards-Helaire.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Edwards-Helaire. A gain of 5. First down, Kansas City.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw is Moore. Off play action. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone. Follow 7 or 8. Play fake. Moore. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down. And
so the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This is unbelievable.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game A costly one as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Yard gain brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Second and 20.
Second down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got the hook up to Jerron Brown.
Herbert's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Finding some room at midfield. It's complete to Williams. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
A 12-yard gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On first and 10, Herbert. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's third.
The Chargers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for out. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down. Moore. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.